Okay, it looks like we're totally on here. So this is going to be, just do this really quick. So my name is Orzhel. Welcome back to another installment of Market Update. This one is specifically for Discovery Hills, Meadows area, and San Marcos. If you already don't know who I am, my name is Orzhel. I'm a broker owner of Realty Max. We operate here in operating from San Marcos. We've been serving the community for, I don't know, 15, 16 years now. Anyway, so enough about me. So let's talk about the market here. What I want to talk about this, I've been trying to sit here and kind of collect my thoughts before I get into it and really bring you some information that is pertinent to today's market. There's a lot of things happening. So we're going to talk about the market. We're going to talk about interest rates. We're going to talk about some changes that are coming. I know everybody's talking about, or clamoring, I should say, about the new supposed settlement with NIR. I'm going to touch on that, although I'm going to be doing a separate video altogether. I'm not a happy camper, just with NIR period, and I'll touch on that as well. But let's talk about the market overall. The market overall in San Marcos, specifically Discovery Hills, is doing fantastic for the sellers. The buyers are, since the rates have come down slightly, and I'm going to touch on that right now. I'm going to show it to you. Let me see if I can get it in. 1 second. Okay, so what I brought up here is the rates. The rates, as I mentioned before, are the ones that really control the market or driving the market one way or the other. Ultimately, it is all about the rates. It's all about affordability, etc. So if you look at the rates here, you can see that they fluctuated. They started at 6.4, and I'm looking at 30-day because most people are 30-day close, and that's a lock period. So they're fluctuating anywhere from 6.45, and like I said, on the 12th they've come down to 6.15, and now they're starting to trend back up. So as things kind of move down, we have a higher activity because more buyers feel, they want to catch the wave. The problem is we have a limited amount of listings. So as listings come up, especially in the affordable range, which to me now, I know it's crazy, but the affordable range is right under $1 million. For a lot of people, seems to be a sweet spot, although certain areas are 1.1, 1.2. But let's keep it around $1 million for now. Those things seem to go pretty quickly. So what does that mean? All that means is that the market is really good for the sellers still, and the buyers, in a lot of cases, are having multiple offers. In fact, we just put one in escrow in Santa Fe Hills, 92069. That's in the back of Palomar College, 1388 Cordillera, if my memory serves me right. And we had our, the weekend sale. We have our strategy, as you know. By the way, since I'm here, I'm going to pitch it. Our strategy is proven, tried and proven strategy. It delivers anywhere from 30 to 120K more to you or than any other agent can deliver. Okay, you're hearing me. I'm stating in some video. So my strategy ultimately delivers anywhere from 30 to 120K more to you than any other agent will deliver to you. And we do that, like I said, because we understand market psychology, buyer psychology, and we really try to influence demand, because that's all we can influence. We can't influence the inventory, so we try to influence demand by getting all the buyers in at the same time, creating buyer competition between buyers, a little bit of a frenzy, and then we have a strategy to really make sure that all the offers are on the table. So as a seller, you get to pick the highest one, and then we work on it further to try to squeeze more money for you, because that's what you're paying us for, right? So that's what we do. So again, as you look at the rates right here, right, you can see that they've come down to like 6, right around 6 on the 12th. And again, this is pure rates, so this is par, meaning you would have to come out and pay for your loan processing, loan origination. If you want to roll it into the loan, and obviously you don't want to pay your loan officer, which a lot of people don't want to do that out of pocket. A lot of times that's rolled into the loan, so your APR, which probably going to be higher. So in this case, you're probably looking at 6.6 or something like that, something around that, just to give you a ballpark. So let's talk about the market a little more. So what's going on? The market overall, again, is great. Supply is low. If you're using the strategies that are available, you can really take advantage and really get yourself, anywhere from 30 to 120 more using me. But that set aside, let's look at some discovery area sales so we can kind of talk about them, okay? So before I do that, I want to come back to this famous chart that I always bring out. What you need to understand always comes to play. Always comes to play. And what really comes to play is the fact that time is money in any kind of real estate market. The faster you sell the home, the higher it's going to be its perceived value. That's why we're all about getting it sold in one weekend, by getting all the buyers together, right? Creating this urgency component and really making the market kind of vibrate to you. So we get all those best buyers, most motivated buyers willing to pay the highest price. And ultimately, when you're selling your house, I'm assuming that's what you really are looking for. So I bring this up every now and then just to remind you how important time in the market is, because if you keep the home on the market too long, the home becomes stale, buyers start understanding that likely it's overpriced or there's something wrong on it, because why would anybody else pass on this home, right, who's already been there before them? So again, this is on the bottom is your time, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, right? And you can see that activity kind of goes up. It peaks. Now with today's market, I think the actual curve is narrower. So I'd say by 2 weeks, you're already at the peak. And I think the best time to actually get a sale is within the first few days. Because days in the market, as you can see here, right? As you can see time-wise, it's really a detriment to how much you're going to get for the property, or how much your property can sell for, because perceived value drops with time. So it's really important to hit things and really position things correctly and strategize with the agent. Obviously, you're going to choose to get things done. All right. So what's next? And next is what we have in front of us here. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger, maybe. Ooh, let's see. Yeah, it looks like I got it. Okay. So what we're looking at here obviously is specifically Discovery Hills section of the market. And we're going to look at what's currently pending, what has closed. That's giving you a better understanding of the market itself. So we have, it looks like 3 properties right now that are in the process of getting closed. There's only one that closed. And that closed, as you can see. Let's see if I can see it here. Whoops, let's see, yeah, right here you can see it on the 13th of March, and this is Iron Horse. I think we actually talked about it in the last video. It's a single story, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Was on the market 9 days, although I know it went into escrow and popped out, so the listing agent had to resell that, but looks like it closed at exactly what was asked for it. Again, my perception of it, I looked at it, I think it could have sold for more. Just making a couple of different tweaks and strategizing different. I think they should have sold for over $1 million. That's just my personal opinion looking at the property. But like I said, it is what it is. I had nothing to do with this particular sale. So the other ones that are currently pending are Sonoma Street. Now let me see if I can make this a little smaller so nothing comes out. So Sonoma, okay, so this is the one here. And this was a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 3-bath. So I'm assuming there is a full bath on the bottom. About 2,273 square feet, built in 1999. It's obviously on the north side of Craven, right? And I mean, the house itself looks like it's in pretty good shape. I haven't looked at it, but let's see. Give you some visuals here, right? Let's see if I can show you some stuff here that's important. Yeah, it looks clean. Looks like I have a bit of a view, as you can see. Nice flooring, clean, very clean house, right? So it sold pretty well. It's pending really quick. Looks like the kitchen's been updated. It's not white, but white is kind of going out of style at this point. So let's see. It was on the market for 5 days, and now it's currently in escrow. Asking price was $1,149,000. The other one that's pending is Crestview 765. Now the asking price was $990,000. 1,630 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Now, as you can see here, days on the market 0. I always cringe a little at that because, again, let me bring myself back. I want you to understand. In order for you to get the highest price, you really want to create a condition where price discovery occurs. And the only way you can do that is to get as many as possible motivated buyers in the house to see it, right? Because that's the only way we can get bids and really push this up. When I see that the house all of a sudden, and I've had those kind of houses personally, I'm going to tell you that I did, but most of those houses that I've had were trashed, like really in bad condition. And I knew it would, no regular buyer would buy it. It's an investor thing because they had to completely gut the house. Maybe it had mold, maybe it had some other stuff in it. And in this case, a lot of times, maybe I have a few, investors that I work with come in and bid the property, and the seller has a chance to get the best possible price. But even in those cases, majority of the time, I really want to be able to get the people the best possible price and get as many people inside the house as possible. Like I said, the way we do things over the weekend, as you already heard many times, if you have kids, if you have pets, if you want to, if you work during night, and then if you work during night, you want to sleep during the day. All this makes our program so much attractive, because remember, we only need an hour on Saturday, maybe hour and a half, maybe hour and a half on Sunday at most as well, to get your house sold. That's it. Otherwise, your house, you stay in the house, you relax, you don't have to take your dogs out, you don't have to get your kids up and out of the house, you can take a shower, you don't have to worry about somebody coming in. So it's a very attractive situation. So like I said, this is what it looks like here. It's kind of original. Does it need some work? Yeah. I don't see it needs a lot of work. It's not a trash house. But anyway, so this is already in escrow, 0 time. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see, another one here is Lupine, and this was in the market for 5 days. Asking price was $995,900, basically $996,000. It was a 1,746 square foot home, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's an escrow now, so we'll see what it closes at. I don't know, but we'll see. And I think this is pretty much it. Like I said, this is the only close we have. So why don't I bring myself back and just end this video. Again, the market is doing great. If you have a home to sell, you really want to connect with me before you connect with anybody else. I can show you, virtually guarantee the fact that you're going to get anywhere from, like I said, 30 to 120K more for your house than any other agent can deliver. Okay, so, and I can talk to you, I can kind of lay out the strategy, and you can see for yourself how you're going to benefit a lot. Okay, so a lot of people are talking about the NAR lawsuit and all this stuff. I'm just going to make another video, but I just want to touch on it. Just remember, what happened right now with NAR is total BS. Okay, NAR, from my perspective, my view of it is incompetent. To me, they're always been like a mafia. They don't do really anything for me. Unfortunately, I have to be a part of it, because if I'm not part of it as a business owner, as I own Realty Max, if I'm not part of it, I don't have access to MLS. And as far as working for sellers mostly, I want to be able to put your property out to as many people as possible. That includes real estate agents. I think we have 10,000 or 12,000 or so in the marketplace. So I want to be able to invite all those people to work with me. And the way we do that is we provide incentive. Incentive is commissioned to them. Okay, so ultimately the commission is kind of baked into the price. And the seller really doesn't pay any more, any less, because if you take a comparison with for sale by owners usually sell significantly less than they can get with an agent, even with a shitty agent. Okay, and they usually sell anywhere from 6 to 10% below where an agent could sell. So like I said, commissions baked in, and really, if this law goes into gear, we're not going to be able to advertise what we're paying out to other people to entice them to show the property. So it's going to have to be negotiated with every individual agent. And like I said, nobody's working for free, and it's just not going to happen. Just like you go to work, you want to get paid. Agents want to get paid for their efforts and representation. If they can get their buyers to pay them, but again, the buyers usually are not going to pay them because they're already paying a very high price for the house. So they're probably going to ask for some kind of credit from the seller to cover those costs. So really nothing changed. The only thing, the fees can be advertised. And I think the biggest loser of this new thing is going to be VA buyers, because remember, VA buyers, you can't pay for, they can't pay for their own stuff. So they can't pay for their own commission. And if the buyer now has to pay commission, right, they're going to be in a really bad situation where they're not going to be able to get a house, possibly, unless there's going to be some kind of exception. But as always, like I said, National Association of Realtors, to me, they've always been a gang. and almost like a union, but at least a union, not everybody has to join. It's a choice. With me, it's not a choice, because if I don't join NAR, and I wish I didn't have to be, I can't run my business. I can't represent my clients, which is totally wrong. As you can see, they do nothing for us. They're totally screwed up in court. They can't even explain the fact that, as a listing agent, when you take a listing, you're agreed to pay me a fee, and from that fee, I pay out, money to the other side, or co-op we call it, but it's all like marketing, right? Just like I put an ad in a newsletter or ad in some kind of a magazine, or if I want to do some other ad, I got to take money from my commission and obviously apply it to that. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to have a separate video on that, so stay tuned. I think you'll be interested, hopefully, to hear what I have to say. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. It is the 19th of March. I hope you're enjoying some warm weather. And if you have any questions, if you need some help to sell your house, feel free to give me a call. Okay? Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.